We are here with Billy Hargiss and all of his absolutely fantastic photography. And I was so excited to interview him. I was a little off this morning, so if we seem a little nervous, maybe because we are. So Billy, thank you so very much. I'm thrilled that you're here. I am thrilled that you are with the makers.
Thank you.
I appreciate it a great deal.
Thank you.
What I am hoping is maybe you can just start off and tell everybody a little about yourself and
Okay.
where you're from.
My name's Billy Hargiss. I'm local here from Chattanooga. I've been here all my life. Been married for 37 years. Have 8
Congratulations.
grandkids. Thank you. This is actually I consider myself an amateur photographer. I've never had any professional training. It's all been just going out and with a naked eye, and taking pictures, and something I enjoy doing.
It's interesting. I've met so many artists that are self-taught.
Right.
And I absolutely believe in formal training. However, there's something to be said for self-taught. So what did get you started in it? How long ago?
Back in 2015, I actually had a medical issue that actually got me into it. My right eye, I was going actually blind in that right eye. And the doctor said they thought it was a medical issue, but come to find out it was stress. So he said I need something to de-stress. And so that's how I got into it. I tried to figure out something, and I'd already...
Other than drinking.
Right. I'd always had an interest in photography, even in high school, but I never pursued it because...
There's always preconceived notions, especially when you're a young teenager.
Right.
When you're younger, you're afraid to be yourself. And then when you get older, all you want to do is be yourself.
Right, yeah. And then, when this came about, like I said, he said de-stress, and I'm looking for things to de-stress, and I can get out. I can go take a picture or something, and nobody's there. I don't have to listen to anybody. I don't have anybody, there nagging me, I guess, so to speak. It's just like I said, it started as a hobby for me, and I still consider it a hobby.
Little did you know you were good enough to sell in different places.
Yeah, although that's what a lot of people tell me. Hey, your photography is better than what you think it is. And I think that's with everybody. I think everybody thinks, well, it's not good enough to sell, But I had a buddy that told me, he said, he had come over to the house one time and seen one of my prints, which is actually this one here, which was a little bit bigger print. And we had it hanging on the wall. He wanted to know where it came from. And then I said, well, it's one of mine. And he looks at me and goes like, no, where did you get this print? I said, it's one of mine. He said, no, where did you buy it? I said, I didn't.
I didn't have to.
It's mine. So he said, hey, why aren't you selling these? And I said, well, I've never thought of it, because it was something that de-stressed me and relaxed me. And I could go to the computer and edit or whatever and change, I don't really go in and change what it looks like. I may lighten the color or decrease the color, what I see as far as my eye, But this...
I do want to ask you about that.
Yeah, this particular one, I didn't really change that much because...
It was just having a good eye at the right time of day.
Yeah, well, I was actually on a job and I left that job and it was down close to the bridge and it just got through raining. The fog was coming up off the river and the water was, it just rained and it was on the bridge. I had the glistening of the water plus this. I just took the picture and I was taking several different pictures and I said, there's the picture. And when I got it home, got it on the computer, didn't have to change hardly anything.
Wow. I wanted to ask you because some of your skylines and perspectives, and I mean, Chattanooga itself is iconic and becoming even more and more popular with visitors and things like that. So to see iconic imagery and the bridges and stuff for Chattanooga is not unusual. But one of the reasons I love your work so much is that your eye is unusual.
Right.
It's like, sure, there's a picture of the bridge, but you don't have this one.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so it's interesting. I wanted to ask you about editing. Like, if we can, does the camera have it? It does. It has most of it.
Yeah.
But if you look at this one right here with the lighting, and most especially the black and white one there, which is really quite spectacular.
Right.
I wanted to know what kind of editing. Do you now play around more with editing, or do you really just kind of wait for the right light? I remember you telling me one time there was a photo with headlights.
Right. Yeah. Most of it is I don't add sunlight to it. I don't add this to it or anything like that.
Wow.
It's usually the natural, you know. Now
Which
this
is a lost art.
This is actually the one with the headlights.
Tell them about that, because I remember you telling me this story. You're going to love this.
Right.
Talk about irony.
Right. If I was in Coolidge Park, and actually, if you look, you see the lights here. This is actually headlights coming from a car. And I had pulled up there and just stopped and was going to take a picture of just the bridge itself because it was nighttime. But the lights were hitting this. This gentleman had gotten out and walked over to the bridge to take another picture of the bridge. And when I stepped out of the truck, I said, there it is. You know, so I took that picture.
Isn't that funny? And leave that for a second.
Right.
I'm all about perspectives. That's just my thing. When I paint and stuff, I overemphasize light and shadow because I think it's interesting. So I always look for perspectives. And what I love about this is, of course, the bridge is your focal point, but look how it leads you. I mean, you have a big V going right here, right?
Right.
And it just draws you right in. There's so many places for the eye to look. It's not a simple, boring picture, and yet it's almost a lost art of traditional photography.
Right.
Which is fabulous. I love that piece.
All right.
Thank you for showing them. I think
Thank
that's absolutely fantastic.
And the same with this one too. This one here was actually
I got you.
A beam of light, the sunlight coming down, and if you notice, there's rollers out here. This is at the head of the hooch when they were here. And now I did darken this a little bit, you know, you can see the outline, but the beam of light that was coming down on those rollers was
Really
there.
existed.
It existed.
Crazy.
So, you know, it was just, you know, I said, there's the picture. You know.
So if someone wants to come in and let's say they love your work,
Yes.
but they're just not prepared to spend a lot of money. A lot of people are redecorating and they're not ready yet,
Right.
or they're pricing things out. So let's say they love this picture,
Correct.
but they're opening a doctor's office and they want something larger. If they come into our store, into the Maker's Good World Goods,
Yes.
would you be able to customize this?
Oh,
and
yes.
how?
Yes. Yes. Well, for different prices, you know, so.
Which are, again, absolutely affordable. So if somebody really wanted something to be a real focal point or an impact piece,
Yes.
and we can enlarge that and frame it for them.
Yeah.
To do, I'm going to, not to get anybody seasick here, but I'm going to angle the camera a little bit. We'll be editing me out of that. And I'm going to pan up for a second, just to show some of the other paintings we have here. Oh, paintings, the photography. But do you see how unusual it is, everyone? And we have a huge selection. If you look over here, we also have, you can flip through those just to give people an idea of, and what sizes are they?
These are 11 by 14.
Matted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what's in the back there?
There's one of the butterflies.
That's right.
Sure. This is my old spooky tree.
I love that. It's so misty and ethereal.
These are some framed
Right?
that you can purchase.
And they're what, $60?
Yes,
11 by
$60.
14 framed.
Mm-hmm.
And the others are matted as well.
Correct, yes.
Okay, I'm moving the camera.
All right. And then
Oh.
we also have the 8x8s, which are these, that are only $20. They make great gifts.
So if you love his work and you want something, but you're not ready to commit to a larger price tag, which really, honestly, his prices are absolutely amazing. But if you want to get something for $20, and how much are these right here?
Those are 45.
And what size are these?
Those are 8x12s.
Okay. And tell us a little about the ones that are right here. They're right here. You go.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Last
Right.
question for you.
Okay.
Especially because you didn't come from an art.
Right.
Do you have advice for anybody who saying, I've always wanted to, I don't know. What would you tell them?
Just go do it. I mean, just go enjoy life, because life's too short, to not get out and enjoy what you want to do. I know we all work. I love both my jobs I do. So, yeah, I mean, just getting out, and life's too short, I mean, you've got to get out and enjoy life.
Do
That's
what
my
brings you
step.
pleasure.
Yes, you have to.
Billy, thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Appreciate it.
What a joy. Guys, please come down to the Makers. Check out his work. Billy Hargiss. If you want something special, let us know. Don't even worry about it. And thank you, and we will talk to you soon.
All right, take care.